Hey y'all, this is Boston Chris. Thanks for checking out the 182nd episode of the ETX ROCKS Show featuring Sammy Brasher. This is Boston Chris with another great episode of the ETX ROCKS Show.
Louise here.
Descript.
Featuring all genres and styles of entertainment.
And coming to ETX ROCKS. Let's hear it from Louise, please.
From the unheralded and unheard to the legends and beyond.
Out of the box with ETX ROCKS.
It's awesome.
We keep them coming.
$5, that's pocket change.
Well, hey, y'all, this is Haley McDaniel. Are y'all ready for this?
ETX ROCKS Show is the greatest show of all time, okay?
We are ETX ROCKS.
The ETX ROCKS Show is the best show of all time, say? The other shows, you're good, you're real good. But as long as we're around, you'll be second best, say?
Cut.
This is Bobby Claire, and you've been listening to ETX ROCKS Show.
Hey everybody, this is Sammy Brasher at the School of Music 101. We are a full-service music store. We service everything we sell here. We do guitar repair, strings, whatever. You need your intonation set on your guitar, bring it in. We do it right here. We sell new and used guitars, amp sets. Trade-ins are welcome. Bring your old gear in, get some new gear. Come on. We're doing guitar lessons, bass lessons, keyboard, drum, trumpet. We have some of the best teachers in East Texas. Terry Sager's been with us. Toby Phillips. I have Daryl Gann on keyboard. Val Nell. All styles of music. We like to have fun with music, and we teach them, songs that they want to learn, and maybe a little music theory mixed in there with it. But we try to make it fun. We have 2 recitals a year. We're also going to do a battle of the bands, a battle of the lead guitar players. We're starting a new program that's called Garage Band, and what we're going to do is we're going to get some of these young people together, and they can form a band. And after a couple of months of them rehearsing with a mentor as a band, we will let them play at a local venue and invite their parents out and things like that, just to try to make it fun for them. The first lesson is on us. It's free, so come on out, sign up. And by the way, we have a special this month. If you don't own a guitar, you don't own an instrument, we're going to furnish one for you so you can see if you like taking lessons and maybe you want to pursue it and buy that instrument or another one somewhere. We also have a video production company. If you need them to come out and do your birthday or your graduation, whatever, we can provide it for you. Here are some of the students that make us really feel good about teaching. Some of the success stories, for instance, Allie Venable. She started when she was 12 years old. She's doing records. She's playing all over the country. Reese Malone, who started when he was maybe 10 years old. I can remember him coming in at 10 years old and wanting me to show him some Jeff Beck. So I knew he was going to be good. The store is open weekdays Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays we're open 11 to 3. We're located in Hallsville, Texas, 300 East Main Street, Hallsville, Texas.
Lauren's mom, Susan. We started lessons about 6 weeks ago. Heard about him through a friend, and it's just been a really good experience. She's enjoyed it and looking forward to the next lesson.
Y'all come on down and see Amy. She's at the School of Music. You'll probably find her behind the cash register. The store number is 903-660-7333. If you can't get us there, call me on my cell, 903-987-9639. We are School of Music 101, where school is cool.
Hey guys, Boston Chris here with another great episode of the ETX ROCKS Show. Guys, this is episode number 181, and we're really excited to have a good friend of mine here and one of the biggest mentors for musicians around East Texas, Mr. Sammy Brasher. How you doing, man?
Good, man. It's good to be here.
So Sammy has been playing music damn near his whole life, and he's been teaching music for, probably 40 years now.
40 years, yeah.
And if you didn't know, Sammy has his own music store in Hallsville. It's called the School of Music 101, and it's been around for a while, and you got some specials going on, but let's talk some music and let people know also a little bit later on who's teaching out there for you and some of your deals and stuff. But you're going to actually play us an original today as well, right?
That's right. And as far as the lessons go, right now we're doing first lesson free, so everybody can kind of just get an idea,
right.
If they want to do it or
That's
not.
kind of been your thing for a while, first lesson free. And
That didn't,
yeah, and then you come back and hook Sammy up.
Right.
Now, Sammy has mentored a lot of the younger musicians for probably a couple of generations now here in East Texas, and he's also one of the best guitarists, in my opinion, in East Texas.
Thank you.
Just kind of under the radar, not too many people know about you, and I don't think that's really fair. But Sammy is just a shredder, and also can play a mean slide guitar as well. And we just recently lost probably the most well-known slide guitarist in East Texas, Daniel Elsner. And I know you learned a lot from him, right?
what a player, yeah. He worked for me in Dallas when I worked for Brooke Mays. He taught there for me. And we played in several bands together. But I always enjoyed to play with him.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just recently wrote a new song, and we're going to try and play this today.
Yeah, we're just going to.
This one's called The Girl's Got It Going On.
Yeah, I had a co-writer on this one. Amy helped me write it, but anyway, up too late one night, and just the words just started coming out.
And he's trying to get me to sing a verse on this, and I don't know.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Anyway, let's see if I can remember this again. Steps out of the car, good looking like a movie star, auburn hair and hot pink lips, crosses painted on her fingertips, leather and lace. Oh, what a pretty face. I'm a little bit high, a little bit low, but I know the girl, she's got it going on. Daisy Duke shorts and high-heeled shoes, with a hair like that, you can't lose. Diamond rings and pretty things, looks like a picture in a movie scene. Trying to get her attention. A note on the candy store read she was out of commission. Well, I'm a little hungover in a strange position, like a kamikaze pilot on a suicide mission.
Mini skirt and high heel shoes, real firecracker with a short fast fuse, diamonds and pearls, fishnet hose, she's outfitted from her head to her toes, leather and lace.
Oh, what a pretty face. I'm a little bit high and feeling so, and I swear that girl,
She's got it going on.
here's the last one. That girl has got it.
She got it going on.
Ain't no doubt about it. I just got to shout it. She's
Got it going on.
got it going on.
All right, so we just put that together. That's called Girl's Got It Going On, or She Got It Going On. All right, so we will be back with more from Sammy Brasher right after these messages from our sponsor, Mobile Audio and Video Production. Y'all check it out.
This is important, so grab a pen. We are Mobile Audio and Video Productions, serving East Texas and surrounding areas. We're running a special for electronic press kits, also known as promos or EPKs. For $496 with everything included, we will come to your location, film and record your band's live performance, interview band members, then create a professional package with graphics and effects delivered to you in the digital format of your choice, ready to be uploaded to your band's website, Facebook page, or YouTube channel. The packages we prepare can also be pretty valuable tools to send to venues, booking agents, or promoters, even record labels. You take your band seriously, make sure the world does too. Here's our number, 903-738-3881. Check check out mobileaudiolabs.com. Find us on Facebook, Mobile Audio and Video Productions.
Hey guys, Boston Chris here with the ETX ROCKS Show. You guys should check out the Jefferson Bern Rally, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 13th to the 15th. Michelle, tell us about the Bern Rally.
Hi, this is Michelle, and I'm the event coordinator with the Jefferson Bern Rally. This is what we have going on this year. We will be having live music both Friday and Saturday featuring 22 bands from 3 stages, including Darren Morris, Geneva, White Trash Wannabes, Captain Joe Band, Kiss Tribute Band, Love Gunners.
And many, many more. That's awesome, Michelle. 22 bands, 3 stages, and 2 nights of live music. What else do you have going on?
Hello, Boston. We have vendors, food vendors. We have R32 stunt team. We have a poker run, a trivia walk, and first time ever, we have the Dino Drag contest.
And much, much more. That is amazing. And Michelle, I heard that you have something going on with motorcycles.
Yes, we have motorcycle games and we have a bike show as well. The event goes through till Sunday, and we have a church service for all bikers that would like to attend 10 a.m. with the CMA.
And so how much is it to get into the Jefferson Bern Rally?
It's only $20 and it's an all-access wristband.
So you can pay $20 and come out anytime, all weekend long?
All weekend long.
Awesome. Okay, so people know what the Jefferson Bern Rally is, but who does it benefit?
Benefits children that are burn survivors. We raise the funds and awareness, and we send it to the Percy R. Johnson Burn Foundation and Camp I'm Still Me. We send them to camp for a whole week, all expenses paid, and they get to be themselves. And when they get to camp, they are around others that are like them.
Where do folks go to come enjoy this rally?
Downtown Jefferson, on Polk Street and Austin Street.
So guys, check out the Jefferson Bern Rally, October 13th through the 15th in downtown Jefferson. On the corner of Polk and Austin, you can get your tickets right there. Go out for a good time, for live music, all kinds of other cool stuff to do for a good cause, benefiting the Percy R. Johnson Burn Foundation and Camp I'm Still Me. For more information on the Jefferson Bern Rally, look them up on Facebook at facebook.com/Jefferson Bern Rally.
Hi everybody, I'm Ricky Lindgren, and you're tuned into the ETX ROCKS Show with my buddy, Boston Chris.
All right, and we are back, and y'all please make sure you're checking out our sponsors, Mobile Audio and Video Productions, right there on Facebook, or you can go to mobileaudiolabs.com. They'll do whatever you need as far as film and audio, whether it's recording an album or an EPK or documentaries, all kinds of different things. So you make sure you're checking them out. They're really helping out the ETX ROCKS Show and have been for almost 100 episodes now. So we really appreciate Mobile Audio and Video Productions. And finally, we have Sammy, one of my good friends here on the ETX ROCKS Show, first time. And again, one of the people that I really look up to in here in the East Texas area as far as musicians go. We've had, Ricky Lynn on the show and Donnie Howes, and all these guys are really mean a lot to me and a lot of other people here in the region. So I guess, the first question would have to be, what made you decide as a youngster to pick up a guitar?
Well, my sister was 7 years older than me. So I was in 5th grade. That would put her maybe junior in high school or whatever.
Yeah.
But she was dating a guy, and they dated for a long time. He gave me a guitar. It was a Sears Silvertone, had the amp built in the case, one of those. And he showed me a few chords, and I just loved it, man. I just started playing. And matter of fact, I'd take my guitar to school with me and play for the other kids at milk break.
Wow. So, did you have any kind of training or anything, or were you just kind of self-taught?
Really. Well, like I say, he taught me some chords and things, and back then there wasn't really any guitar teachers in Longview that I knew of,
Right.
And this is back when not a whole lot of people played guitar like they do now.
Mm.
But I was kind of self-taught and everything, but I just picked up. Back then you watched Midnight Special. That's how we'd see. You wasn't in YouTube,
Yeah,
so
right.
we'd watch Midnight Special and see the bands on there and just try to figure out what they were doing.
So you were just kind of trying to emulate what you were hearing, what you were seeing, and kind of picking up tricks of the trade that way.
Yeah, and we'd go hang out at the music store all day, and the older players would come in, and I just watch them, try to steal some licks.
Isn't that what blues music is about anyway? It's kind of just stealing licks.
From who?
Yeah. And one thing I love about Sammy is that, there's not anything you can't play either. I've seen you do blues and rock and country and soul, and so many other different kinds of music. So one thing I've always wanted to know, and something I always ask an older musician, is what is your favorite style of music?
I guess I like classic rock, maybe then blues, you know. And when I say blues, kind of Stevie Ray type, you know.
Right. Kind of on the edge of classic
Yeah,
rock, really.
yeah. You know, let me tell you a quick story. So
Okay.
I'm playing in a band called The Unit. Maybe I'm 23 years old. We're playing in Nacogdoches, and the club owner comes up to me and he goes, "Man, I got a blues player coming in Saturday night." He goes, "You can stay with me tonight and you can jam with him tomorrow night." And I said, "Well, what kind of music does he play?" And he goes, "No." I said, "What's his name?" He goes, "Steve Ray Vaughan." And then I said, "What kind of music does he play?" He just said, "Blues." I said, "I don't want to hear no blues." You know?
What's wrong with you?
Well, that's back when blues was like, I thought it was just slow and sloppy all night, you know. But I didn't know.
That wasn't an oops moment much, was it?
Oh, yeah, it was.
You regret that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, how long after that was it that, you know, Stevie Ray kind of blew up?
I was probably in my early 30s, and he was on that David Bowie album. Remember?
Yeah.
He played the guitar on China Girl and the
Yeah,
Hearts.
yep.
Anyway, so that's, I heard, man, that was kind of a different kind of guitar on David Bowie's records. And then when he started doing his solo thing, I started listening to him a little bit. As a matter of fact, Daniel kind of turned me on to him.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Again, I think it was episode 160 with it was a Daniel Elsner tribute. Definitely check that out if you haven't yet. Just an incredible guitarist, musician. Never met the guy, but from the stories I've been told, he was very funny and a family man, just an incredible human being.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
I've still got him on some recordings I need to let you hear. And, you know, I would work up the song and, I mean, just spend hours on trying to, you know, do what was on the record, whether it be Roy Buchanan or who it was,
Right.
you know. And it would come time for my solo, and I'd do it like the record, which was really a good solo, I thought.
Yeah.
And then Daniel, off the top of his head, would burn that.
Yeah. And I've heard that story where he would just come in and you'd be working up a great solo, and then he would just blow you out of the water. Not meaning to, just trying to add to what you were doing. And he was just so damn good that you know, he didn't realize that he was overshadowing a lot of folks. But yeah, you know, the videos I've seen of him, and I have seen him live, I just never met him. Just an incredible guy, and you know, could break into something that you would just not see coming, and you really blow your mind. And Sammy's like that a lot too. Like, I think the first time I saw you play was at the Oil Well Club, and you know, I've heard stories about you for years, man. And I mean, to share a stage with people like at least 60% of them are true, I think. But to share a stage with folks like Terry Sawyer and Donnie Howells and Ricky Lynn Gregg.
Exactly.
And you're pulling your weight. I mean, you're that guy. I mean, I call the four of them when they're playing together the Church of East Texas Music, because I mean, we're talking about a lifetime of experience with these guys, and the stage presence is out of this world. The chemistry between you guys is incredible. And one thing I do really love is, I mean, Sammy and Ricky are both really solid guitar players, but you're never competing up there. It's always about the music. And I know, you know, you've been a guitarist, you've been a lead man in bands as well. What do you like doing the most, man, as far as music?
I just like it when everybody blends, you know, everybody's kind of on the same level.
Right.
And of course, the guys you just mentioned, we all grew up listening to the same style of music.
Right.
So we're familiar with most of those tunes in the 70s and 80s, rock tunes. And then, you know, Ricky and I grew up, like from 7th grade on, we were best friends.
Right.
So when we were seniors in high school, we were playing 5 nights a week.
Wow.
Yeah, we were making more money than our parents.
Yeah. And that's back in the day when Longview was like, Highway 80 was just like club after club after club.
We played 3 nights in Kilgore at the Sands, and then we played in Longview. I can't remember the name of the club. But anyway, downtown.
What does East Texas have to do to kind of get back to that heyday? Because I know when you guys were younger, you know, there was no shortage of places to play.
That's right.
And now in East Texas, I mean, it's really a struggle for musicians around here to find, you know, steady work.
I just don't know what it would take other than I think the musicians would have to be willing to almost play for free.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think it's do you think the main problem between back then and now? Do you think it's fan based or venue based or musician based?
Well,
do you think it's because people aren't going to the shows, or is it because the venues aren't just the
it's just
venues
music
just aren't
has
there?
changed, and young people, that's who supports. You know, the people my age don't get out much.
Right. Right.
But the young people support the clubs, so the young people, they haven't. You know, we grew up on Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Boston, all these bands, and now it seems like it's just the record companies want to promote one person because that's the only personality they have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And they put the players behind them, they choose the songs for them, so it's not a band creating music, it's just one person doing the songs that the record label chooses for
So
them.
you just think that maybe it's trickling down from the top to the local scene because, you know, and you're right. I mean, nowadays there's a name, and then you don't hear a band name anymore. It's you know, you have a first name and last name, and then whoever the band is doesn't matter anymore. I mean, back when we were younger, it was Aerosmith, it was the Beatles, and everybody had a band name. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. Do you know what band has been together the longest with the original members?
The Stones?
ZZ Top.
Hmm.
You know, Stones, their bass player or guitar player, somebody died way back then.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
well, ZZ Top's been together since the '60s. So
yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Jim Axberg said he used to room with Billy Gibbons in Houston.
Wow.
You know Jim does.
Yeah, oh yeah. Jim Axberg has probably the most beautiful bass guitar I've ever seen in my
No,
life.
not Jim, John Clark. Room
Okay.
with him, yeah.
Okay. John Claude, his brother, is a heck of a drummer.
Yeah.
So what projects do you have going on right now? You said, I know you've been in Guitarded and
just kind of subbing out, playing with different bands and so forth.
been jamming a lot with Ricky and Donnie still.
Ricky and Donnie, we play a lot, and Ron Hope has been coming out jamming with us. Ron's, you know,
Very underrated guitar player.
First of all, Ricky and I were the generation right behind Donnie and Terry and Ron.
Yeah.
And like when we were in junior high, we'd go to the Y dances, YMCA dances, and they would be the band playing.
Wow.
Or we'd be playing Little League Baseball, and they'd be playing over the whole blue, you know, right across the street.
So, I mean, now you get to play with them, and I know you guys have...
They were our heroes, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, well, Donnie and Terry played in a band called First State Bank, and they were like the #1 band in Dallas. I'm talking about they were on fire.
Right.
And Rick and I just loved them. We'd go see them every chance we got.
Yeah, First State Bank was incredible. Obviously I wasn't around back then, but I've heard some recordings, and man, talk about, you know, kind of redefining the rock sound.
I tell you, you know, we'd go see, let's say, for instance, a Bad Company in concert,
right?
And then we'd go see First State Bank. First State Bank played the song better than Bad Company.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I said this off camera. You know, I don't hardly ever listen to mainstream music anymore because, I mean, here in Texas, East Texas and Texas as you know as a whole, the independent music is so dang good. I don't feel a reason to have to, you know, go to a $75 ticketed concert when I can go to the local club for $5 and hear just as good.
Right.
And then I get to meet the guys and talk with them and, you know, share a beer with them or a story or whatever. Just that personal connection to an artist is lost, I think, from mainstream music. And it didn't used to be like that back in the day.
You know, when I graduated high school in '77, that's when disco kind of started. You know, the Bee Gees or whatever. And so a lot of the bars went to disco rather than live bands at that point.
Right.
Then when Urban Cowboy came out just a few years later, if you didn't play country western, you couldn't play in bars.
Yep.
So that's when I learned to play country, and I can remember going, man, I'm hitting these bad notes. I told Dwayne Phillips this. Dwayne played with George Jones, you know. Anyway, we had a band together, Toby, Dwayne, and Dale, and Shannon Day, keyboard player out of Dallas, and myself. And I kept hitting bad notes on these songs. You know, what's up, Dwayne? I was, why am I hitting these bad notes? He said, country western's in the major keys. He said, you're playing in the minor keys. You know, most rock was in the minor keys.
Right.
So once I figured that out, I didn't play the bad notes anymore, or not as many.
Did you feel like coming from rock and blues into country and that kind of that change? Were you bored a little bit, do you think?
Oh, yeah. I can remember nights. Of course, I was, you know, playing music for a living, but I can remember nights like 6 or 7 songs go by, and I couldn't tell you any of them.
Right.
You know, like you're.
It's the same song over and over.
Over and over.
Yeah, see, I mean, when we had Ricky on the show, you know, Ricky Lynn Gregg made his name in country music. You know, first country artist ever with a web page. I think he had 5 top 10 videos on CMT. But every time I see Ricky, he hates talking about country music because he's such a huge rock and blues fan, just like you are.
Right.
And so I would always say, man, when you're playing your own songs, are you bored? He was like, I can't say that.
You know, we used to have a sound production company, Terry Salyer and I, and we were working sound for Wild Cherry in Nacogdoches. And it was 2 shows, so in between the shows, we're kind of sitting around like this, and I looked at the guitar player singer, I said, man, are you tired of playing that funky music white voice? He goes, hell yeah, I'm sick of it. But anyway.
Isn't that what music's about, though? It's like
Can you
every year there's that 1 or 2 songs that everybody wants to hear and everybody's covering, and it's like, come on, man.
You know, think about somebody like Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Who's had, I mean, I'm sure he enjoys them still. He acts like it, but he's played those songs forever.
Yeah,
You
probably
know,
60 years going
Yeah.
on now, probably.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's got to be tired of singing the same thing over and over again.
Still watching that money hit his account.
That's, well, finally, I think he owns his catalog again, at least.
Because Michael Jackson did on it.
Yeah. I think Paul McCartney had Michael Jackson killed. You heard it here first. No, not really. We'll edit that out.
Yeah, that's something like that.
Sir Paul,
And,
leave us alone, man. We're filming this in the living room. You don't need us. So, I mean, the main reason why Sammy's here today, you know, again, he's one of my favorite people in East Texas, but he's also huge on mentoring the new generation in not just learning a craft, but also you know, sharing his love for music with people. And really, if it wasn't for folks like Sammy and Ricky and Donnie Hiles and Terry Sawyer, and I mean, I could list, you know, a couple dozen others as well. If it wasn't for folks like this, music would die. Legitimately would die here in East Texas. And there's so many younger artists here that you've taken under your wing and taught them at your school and things like that, from Ali Venable and Zach Terry and Reese Malone, who's just a phenomenal guitarist who's probably, you know, as tall as this table. I mean, the kid can shred.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's what,
Oh,
like
yeah.
11?
11 or 12.
Yeah.
You know, I taught him maybe 3 years ago, so he would have been 9 or 10.
Yeah.
But I would go to their house for an hour, and we'd get in there, and I said, well, what do you want to learn? He said, well, I want to learn Jeff Beck. You know, here's a 9-year-old kid wants to learn Jeff Beck.
Yeah.
And he could pull it off. I said, Reese, I said, you need to play with the pick, man. I said, here's how you do it. And he goes, no, he goes, I don't want to play with my fingers. You know?
Wow.
He's in his own style. He's awesome.
That's awesome, too. I mean, but so tell folks out there where you're located and, I mean, basically what you offer. And before he even describes this, you know, you can go to a lot of places and learn how to play a guitar. But I challenge you to find anybody that is as passionate as Sammy Brasher is with just not only mentoring and teaching, but also his love for music. And the reason why he's doing it is so it doesn't die. So tell folks where you're located, where they can find you and stuff like that.
We're on Highway 80 in Hallsville, maybe a block past 450 east towards, you know, Marshall.
Okay.
And we're in a shopping center there, and you can't miss it. It's right next to the post office. But anyway, you know, I've got Terry Salyer teaching for me.
Mm-hmm. The godfather of East Texas music.
Daryl Gann's teaching piano. Toby Phillips teaching drums. Ricky Lynn's teaching guitar. And myself. And who else teaches? Maybe.
I think Val.
Oh, yeah. Val Nell's going to start teaching drums for us. Really good drummer. Young guy, 32 years old. Yeah. And
are you still teaching vocals there as well?
Yeah, we're doing vocal, trumpet, guitar, bass, drums, the normal stuff.
So, I mean, we're talking a ton of different instruments and vocals as well, from guitar, bass, piano, drums. So, I mean, basically, and even some of the marching band kind of instruments
as well. Sure. We're going to try a new program here soon to where we're going to mentor several people that can put a band together, like young kids, you know, bass player, guitar player, drummer, and try to mentor them for like a 2-month program to where they learn to play maybe something by the Eagles or whatever. They write an original, they name their band, then they get to perform at a local venue.
Wow.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I would definitely like to be a part of that.
But, also we do guitar repair, sales and service. We've got guitars, keyboards, PA. We do, some church.
So you're selling equipment and instruments as well.
And service and all that kind of thing. But it's going pretty good.
So it's almost like a one-stop music shop. You can buy your equipment there. You can learn how to use it.
That's right.
And then with some of these programs, you can even pick up some gigs and learn how to write.
Yeah. We're doing some songwriting things. I've got some young students that are more songwriters than they are, players.
Right.
And that's fun to help them, create a song or whatever.
And I tell our listeners out there why, to you, why is it so important to kind of pass on your knowledge and your experience?
Well, I just want, first of all, we grew up, I think, when music was at its best. Of course, every generation says that,
Right.
But what's going on right now, I really, I don't know that they're, I don't know if they're getting it.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway,
Don't get me
so
started, Sam.
we grew up, we grew up that music, the Beatles. That's when I was maybe in the 5th, 6th grade.
Right.
And my sister was 7 years older than me, so I listened to her records, which were the Beatles, Herman and the Hermits, and then all of a sudden, I get this love for music and ZZ Top,
Right.
and Montrose, and
that guy you didn't want to go see in
Yeah.
Nacogdoches.
Yeah,
Stevie
Ray.
Ray.
But I got when I was younger, we got to play full time. That was how we made our living.
Right.
5 or 6 nights a week, 7 nights a week,
Yeah.
matinee. Who knows?
It just blows me away because East Texas is so different now when it comes to playing venues, and it's really unfortunate because there's so much freaking talent here.
Just a ton of talent, and you go to different parts of the country, and they recognize East Texas.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a major reason why this show is doing so well in other areas outside of East Texas is because of that. Almost kind of that Austin feel to where we are now. I mean, East Texas is growing in leaps and bounds. The only thing that drives me nuts is there's nowhere to play here. So, I mean, the talent here has to leave here in order to play.
That's right.
That's unfortunate.
It is. It really is. It's just different times are different, live music's not like it used to be. You've got YouTube.
Yeah.
Any song that you want to hear, you can pull it up.
Yep.
So where if I wanted to hear a song, I had to go by the,
Right.
the album.
Well, not only that,
song.
but I mean, let's be honest. If there's a show in Longview, say on a Saturday night, all I got to do is go on Facebook at 9:30, and I'm almost guaranteed there's going to be a live video from someone who's actually there.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I think maybe the mentality is, why should I go out and pay $5 when I can just sit in my bed and listen to it on Facebook? Which is why a lot of times what we try to do is we try not to go live. We'll take some film, but we'll put it out on YouTube, weeks later.
Right.
And basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to get people to go. Here's a sample of what you can see if you actually go out and support live music. And that's why we say that on this show, support live music, because if we don't, it will go away, and the next thing you know, everything you hear is going to be recorded in some studio in Nashville.
Yeah, it's just really weird now. The songwriters, singers, musicians can all live in like Texas, New York, California, and they do their part in their living room, and that's
Send
what's
it
on
in,
record.
mail it in.
They never even see the other artists.
That's right, and I've seen that firsthand as well, where they'll just send an email and say, hey, here's what I need, and then they'll send back a file 3 or 4 days later, and there's $100 or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever the going rate is for that snippet.
Yeah, if I did the session, it'd be less than that.
You heard it here first. If you need him as a session guitarist, and do you know other instruments as well?
I really don't. At one time when the synthesizers came out, I was going to maybe play piano and kind of, not every song, but I had keyboards on stage and everything, and I tried it, but I thought if I dedicated much to that, I would lose some on the guitar, and I really think that what would have happened.
And I think with the one instrument you do play, though, you play so many different styles on that instrument, from slide and blues and rock. Go see Sammy at a show, and you'll know what I'm talking about.
That comes with age.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So it's just something that you learned over time?
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And now you're actually teaching young folks that now. So
That's right.
Anybody who gets to meet Sammy and take a lesson from you is learning quite a bit. So let me ask you this. How many lessons do you think it takes for Sammy to teach somebody who's never picked up an instrument before? How many lessons on average does it take you to teach somebody how to play guitar?
Well, of course it varies.
Right.
But
that's why I said on average.
Within the third week of lessons, you'll be playing something you can recognize, a song that you can recognize.
Okay.
After 3 months, you will probably be playing several songs you recognize actually in time with the record. 3 months, if you practice every day a little bit, 15 minutes a day. And after a year, you would be able to listen to a song and play it.
Wow.
Or
I might have to go get me some lessons.
Yeah. But a lot of it, teaching the guitar, a lot of it's how you hold your elbow or your for chords.
And teaching muscle memory too is
Oh,
important, right?
I have a little thing where I have them put their hand on their knee and I'll call the chord and then start counting 1001, 1002, see how long it takes them to get it to strum the chord.
Yeah.
So that helps them memorize the chord, and it's fun.
Yeah. And I know one thing that can be difficult for a musician, going from a musician, like a working musician, to a teacher, is patience.
Right.
So how did you learn that?
I'm still
learning how to be patient?
I'm pretty patient. Matter of fact, I have an 82-year-old man that just signed up.
Wow.
And his wife wanted to learn to play the guitar, so they bought a guitar. And he had his first lesson, Amy was there. And he didn't learn a chord yet, but he will this next lesson.
That is awesome.
Yeah, 82 years
that
old.
That means it's not too late for me. You just never know.
There you go.
I'm 40. I can
That's
still
right.
learn, right?
That's right.
Very cool. All right. So as you guys know out there, if you're watching for the first time, you may not know, but for those of you that are tuning in every week, we like to play a game on the ETX ROCKS Show, and Sammy has no idea what's fixing to happen, and that's okay. But I think what we're going to do with Sammy today is I think we're going to play What the Heck. So the way this works, Sammy, is I'm just going to ask you 10 questions that are kind of silly questions, and I just want you to tell me the first thing that pops into your mind.
This could get weird.
It will be weird. All right, so this is What the Heck with Sammy Brasher. All right. And I got to tell you guys, it probably took me over a year just to learn how to say his last name. So I'm really...
It's a long A.
Yeah. I used to say Brasher.
Or Brasher.
Or Brasher. Yeah. So at least I'm saying it right now. So I'm really happy about that. All right, so here's What the Heck with Sammy Brasher. Where do squirrels go during hurricanes?
In the squirrel hole.
The squirrel hole, okay. That could be a club name.
Yeah.
It could be a club name. All right.
They get real squirrely.
If someone gave you an elephant, now you can't sell this elephant, you can't give the elephant away.
Right.
So what are you going to do with this elephant?
I'm going to let Amy raise that elephant. And then I'm going to use the tusk for parts on the guitar.
Wow. He's raising
But
the elephant to poach it.
No, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to
cut
shave
off.
his horns every now and then.
Okay,
You
just
know,
shave
they
him.
do use they do use that for like the bridge
Look at him
piece
trying to
on
back
an acoustic guitar. No, for real. I'm serious. They use tusk for the bridge pieces
He's
on
so
a guitar.
lying.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. What do you think cats dream about?
Dogs.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think it's either dogs or themselves.
Yeah, I think it's dogs because they don't know who they are.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Number 4. If you were a cannibal, do you think clowns would taste funny?
I probably wouldn't eat one
Why?
because they taste funny. I just couldn't get past the red nose, you know.
I can't get past the red nose. All right. Number 5. If evolution is true, how did sloths make the cut?
How did what?
Sloths.
Sauce?
Sloth. Like the slow animal there?
You know, that one, I just don't have any witty thing to say.
Probably
So,
because I butchered the
yeah.
pronunciation. It's all my
Anyway, I
fault.
thought you said sauce, and I was going to say Tabasco.
All right. Number 6. If a penguin walked through that door right over there wearing a sombrero, Why is he here, and what does he say?
I think he was auditioning for a Batman movie.
Is he? All right, so is he going to be a villain?
Whack, whack, you know,
Is he going to be a wow? Okay,
Yeah.
so penguins quack.
No, that whack, more of a whack.
All right, so you got it here. Penguins whack.
They whack whack.
So is he auditioning for like the villain role?
Yes.
All right, what's his villain name?
The guy from Taxi.
The guy from Taxi.
What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
You
I know who you're talking
who
about.
played the penguin was the guy from Taxi.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's him.
All
He
right.
played a great penguin, didn't he?
He did too.
Yeah.
All right, and what was that? 6? We'll go with 6. All right, number 7. If someone weighs 198 pounds, now this is simple math.
Right.
You weigh 198 pounds, then you eat 2 pounds of crawfish. Does that mean you're 1% crawfish now?
You're 2 pounds heavier.
But does it mean you're 1% crawfish?
I would think so.
I would think so too.
It's
So-
the same thing when you eat fish
Yeah.
or steak.
So I'm probably like 30% McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
All right, number 8. How violently do you have to fight the urge to scream when you hear an ice cream truck coming?
Well, I do scream and run. You know, I want to be first in line. If somebody beats me, I'll knock them down.
Wow, he's violent.
Especially if they've got some, really good ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
can you picture that, him running after an ice cream truck?
I can't picture me running. But yeah.
All right. All right, we got 2 more. Number 9. On average, how many times a week do you hurt yourself attempting to dance in the shower?
I'd say 14 times.
Wow.
That's every shower.
So you're like
I
almost.
sing and dance in the shower as I'm soaking up.
How about that for a visual, you guys out there?
It ain't a pretty sight.
I bet you not.
No,
We're
no.
just going to have to unsee that, I think.
Yeah.
All right, last one. And I'm torn between 2 different questions here. I wish I had 2 more I could ask.
Oh, yeah.
Which one do I want to ask? Yeah. All right, so if 4 out of 5 people suffer from diarrhea, does that mean the 5th person enjoys it?
That means the 5th person is lucky.
The 5th person is lucky.
But the 5th person will be the one that gets cancer. Or
Wow.
wait, 1 out of every 5 men have an enlarged prostate.
I don't need to know this.
So he would have PP.
There's 2 of us here,
Yeah.
so we have like a.
Well, I mean, I'm already in. I'm already. I qualify.
All right, good. So it's not me.
No, you're good.
All right, so I'm one of the 4.
That's right.
Good to go. All right, so I did not think we would be talking about enlarged prostates today. So if you are a medical center out there and you want to sponsor this episode of the ETX ROCKS Show, we're game. At least it's not PETA this week because we didn't kill the elephant, we didn't barbecue it.
No.
We're raising it. We're not poaching it. We're just
No.
shaving the
We're
ivory
just
off.
grooming that animal for ivory.
All right, so that was What the Heck with Sammy Brasher. That was fun. All right, so one more time, Sammy, tell people out there where they can find the School of Music 101, both on social media. Is there a website and the address, phone number, stuff like that?
Schoolmusic101.com, and that'll take you to the Facebook page and all that kind of stuff, I hope. Anyway, we're kind of working on the web page right now. Matter of fact, your partner's helping you with it.
Right.
We're in Hallsville on Highway 80, which is Main Street in Hallsville. And if you just go through the main intersection, which is 450, we're a block east of that on the right. And, matter of fact, we get a lot of students from Marshall coming.
Right.
Marshall doesn't have a music store there anymore. So about 40% of our students come from Marshall.
Very cool. Well, hopefully we can help send some more folks your way. And you still have the first lesson free deal.
That's right.
Do you have any other deals?
First lesson free. If you buy a new guitar, you get to pay for it that very day.
Nice. Very
And
cool.
sometimes we'll even...
So you heard it here first. If you buy a guitar there, you have to pay for it
That's
that
right.
day. Is there a limit on that deal?
Well, you can only buy what's in inventory that day. But no, for real, we're gonna.
Is that only for guitars?
We're gonna work a program out for people that, like you, for instance, you don't really know you want to play guitar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna furnish you a guitar for the first month of lessons till you see if you really want to buy one, right? You know, rather than spend $200 or $300, that'll give you a month or 2 months. You can basically have an instrument. So we're gonna start that program here real soon.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you guys make sure you're following along with the School of Music 101. It's School of Music 101 on Facebook. It's schoolofmusic101.com is the webpage. And they're located right there on Highway 80 in Hallsville, right past 450 heading towards Marshall, right next to the post office. So make sure you're checking that out. If there's somebody out there that just wants to give you a call and discuss lessons, what's the phone number?
It's 903-660-7333. And that'll ring the shop, and if we're not there, we forward it to the cell phone, you know.
Right.
So they can get us, just give us a call, and with the school, let's see, school starts back at the end of this month, so call soon because all the time slots will start getting taken, you know, from the school.
Yeah, they're booked up a lot, so make sure you're calling and getting your lesson slots booked up. Sammy's amazing, and again, he has just a heck of a cast of musicians there at the School of Music 101. Some of the best musicians in East Texas and beyond, really. I mean, check them out. Google their names. You'll know what I'm talking about. So make sure you're checking that out. All ages. You heard from 4 or 5 all the way up to 80. So you're never too young or too old to learn an instrument or get vocal lessons as well. And also starting some songwriting lessons as well, right?
We do it all.
So you can get everything right there at the School of Music 101. Make sure you're checking them out. Give them a like on Facebook and check out the webpage as well. And I'm sure you're going to be seeing some commercials on the ETX ROCKS Show about Sammy and his awesome music store as well. So once again, we want to thank you guys out there for tuning in to another amazing episode of the ETX ROCKS Show. Number 181 different episodes. We're super blessed to get to do what we do. And it's because of folks like Sammy that we do this, to try to get the word out there on different things that are happening, not only in East Texas, but in Texas and even beyond Texas. As we always say on this show, we want to thank you guys out there for supporting live music. And don't ever forget,
ETX rocks.
That's right.
Hey guys, I'm Katie Lynn, and make sure to tune in to ETX Rocks with
Boston Chris.
Aaron Watson, ETX rocks.
ETX Rocks, Alan Fox Band.
Hey guys, we're the Morning Madhouse. I'm Carter.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Ginger.
It's the best podcast ever made in all of history.
Hi, this is Paul Bebo, and I ETX Rocks with Boston Chris Barnes. You're gonna love it.
ETX Rocks.
Hey East Texas, DP here. ETX Rocks.
Hey East Texas, we're Enduring House, a Christian rock band.
ETX Rocks!
Hey, this is Monty Pittman from ETX Rocks.
Hey East Texas, Jaden Farnsworth, ETX Rocks.
Hey everybody, I'm David McCarty with the Gypsy Creek Band. As always, ETX rocks.
Hey guys, this is Chris Colston. Thanks for tuning in to the ETX ROCKS Show.
To the ETX ROCKS Show.
The ETX ROCKS Show.
Ho! Hey folks, I'm WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and I just want to make sure you support local music.
Hi East Texas, this is Chris Wayne.
And Crystal Clark with KYKX 1057. ETX Rocks.
Hey East Texas, we're Lady Chaz and the Tramps. And just remember, ETX rocks.
Hey, this is Tom Freeman of ETX Rocks with Boston Chris.
Hey, East Texas, I'm Waylon Hicks. And remember, ETX rocks.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the one and only SP and Mexicano con Estilo. Make sure to support your local music, and ETX rocks.
Hello, we're one way home.
Hey East Texas, this is Teaser.
Please continue to support local music.
And always remember, ETX rocks!
Howdy folks, this is Aaron Watson. Support local music and ETX rocks.
Hey, this is Chris Colston. Make sure you support local music
And ETX rocks.
Hey, this is Hannah Kirby. Thanks for tuning in to the ETX ROCKS Show.
Tough guy, ho!
Covering music-related content of all genres. If it filters through Eastern Texas, it's fair game. Y'all bring it. From Texarkana down to the coast and Dallas down to Houston and everything in between. We are ETX Rocks!
Check.